Good afternoon from Wesley Woods. This is John.
And this is Chip over here.
And we're coming to you from
the sod house here at Wesley Woods. Back several years ago when Gary Morrison was talking with John Woods and walking to the farm, John said, "Hey Gary, here's a spot, this hole in the ground. There used to be a sod house here from early pioneers." And so I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of what I know about the sod house. So we rebuilt it in 1987 with a work group. I can't remember where they're from, but we actually dug out where the hole was, and what we dug out was only about like 8 by 8, and we wanted to make it bigger, so we dug it, and now it's like a 10 by 12. And so this is actually bigger than what the original hole was. And when we get to thinking about that, the early pioneers came to Iowa, and first winter was tough. They didn't have, long time to build a log cabin, so my thought is they built a sod house, which was sort of quick. It was warm and easy, and they usually build on a south facing slope, so we're looking towards the south, and that way the winter sun could come in and warm it up. But they didn't need much warmth because the walls were like 3 foot thick. Sometimes they have windows, sometimes they didn't, but when we rebuilt this one, we actually had windows put in and a wooden door. And the first time it actually had a sod roof, but the grass didn't grow on the roof, and so because of the trees, because there really wasn't probably any trees right here, and so after it fell apart, we actually, when we rebuilt it in 1996, we actually decided to put a tin roof on it to preserve it so it wouldn't wash away with the water and stuff, because we just couldn't get the grass to grow, and we couldn't get anybody to live it and to keep patching the holes and the leaks in it and stuff.
You didn't volunteer, John?
No, I was too busy, believe it or
Okay.
not. So this house has been rebuilt 3 times since I've been here, 87, 96. Then we had Eagle Scout in 2008, I think it was, Judd Lee from Indianola here. He took it upon himself as a project to take down the old stuff. We hauled it out, and then we actually went and cut sod, prairie sod, and so we actually have real prairie grass in the sidewalls, which actually has made it hold together a lot better. And then of course, still again, we can't get anybody to live in it. So in 2018, we've had a Kansas City group, Rick Webb, come and help redo the walls, build them up a little bit from the animals running through. And then I get junior staff, so some of you junior staff out there that help rebuild this, let us know. When you think about the size, Chip, 10 by 12 now, there's not much room for furniture in there. And so the pioneers didn't have much furniture, and if they were coming from the east in a wagon, basically what they had in the wagon fit in there. Their tools, maybe a bench, maybe a rocking chair, but it was just basically a shelter to keep them through the winter or the summer, because it's actually cool in the summertime too.
Well, and you think back in the day, they didn't build houses the same way we do now, right? Everybody didn't have their own room.
Right, lumber mills were pretty scarce and thin, and hauling lumber was hard, and why not use nature's resources right here, the sod? And it was easy. You had your horse, your plow, and just had to haul it on a skid and bring it and stack it.
Yeah.
A couple more interesting facts about this. This is the original door that was built in 1987. Larry Gittens from Indianola, he was a board member here. He built that door and donated his time to the camp for it. And it's sort of rotted away, but there's used to be a hole where Chip's pointing, where if you know the story about the leather latch string to open it, if it was sticking out, you're welcome. If it's not, don't want any visitors. I don't know the whole story for sure, but you can look that up maybe.
Let us know. Leave a comment. Share whatever you find on sod houses with us, and leave a comment on the post, and we'll be interested to see what you find out.
And if somebody would like to live in it and fix it, that would be super.
It's a good summer. If you're worried about COVID-19, it's a great place to isolate.
Yeah.
Thank you. God bless.